Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Matt from Gaming Bob, and today I'm like 8 to 10 hours in sorting cards, and then I thought I got the good idea. Should probably recording some of what I'm doing, just as a kind of like I don't know, content for the channel, and also kind of like a hangout. I'd love to do it live, but I have to work out with Rob how to do that because I'm a manager on the account, but I can't go live. But anyways, so as you guys can see here. We're not in my normal spot, no green screen or anything. This is actually my Dungeons and Dragons room. I built this room shortly after buying the house that I'm in, and it's been great. It's just my D&D room, and it's pretty awesome. And you can see all the miniatures behind me. I built in the shelves, built everything, built the shelves, built the room, even hell, refinished this table and all that kind of stuff. Lots of cool stuff. But anyways, I've got a computer built into the table. I've got a TV built into the table. It's pretty cool. You got the you can see the table here. If you see this line here, right here down here, see this line? You can actually pull the whole table out, and there's a 40-inch TV down there for digital maps, for Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. It works out really well, actually. It's pretty cool. But anyways, so yeah, a couple of topics I'm talking about today, just randomly. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. Take everything I say as just my opinion, whatever I talk about, because I've got a list of topics here that I just figured I would talk about while I sort these cards. These are basically, wow, this is like a couple months of box openings that I either drafted, the case quest you can see here, just random openings of just different boxes that I bought one-ofs just to kind of experience the set and whatnot. I think I've posted most everything. And I honestly just kind of put everything in a box and just was like, I'll deal with it later. I think I separated the rares for the most part in like all these single boxes, but like the Strixhaven stuff, I did sort. I think I sorted by rarity. So basically what I plan to do is get them out of these crappy set boxes. I'm not going to go through and do like every single individual card sorting like by color and everything. Not today, because I've done so much today. My Flesh and Blood collection, oh man. Basically what I did, I'll go grab one. It'll be real quick. So basically what I did is I sorted them into binders by class. If you can see here, well, I don't know if it's backwards. Hopefully it's not backwards to you guys, but Flesh and Blood, Runeblade, Brute are in this binder, and then it's sorted by class. It's a lot easier when you're building a deck to look through the binder that has the majority of the cards that are in it. So I went through all of my cards, and, well, the majority of my cards, and put them by class, and then put them in increments of 6, and then put them in a binder. Oh, it's a lot of work, and I've been putting this stuff off for a while now. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I don't know how much this microphone can pick up. Hopefully it picked up all of that. But I was saying, I don't know. I got into a sorting bug, I guess, and I wanted to get this stuff done. As you can see, I've been putting it off for a while. So I should be able to turn you guys, boom, down here. Yeah, this will work. You guys aren't really going to be able to see everything, but I'll be able to kind of go like, boop. If I wanted to like show you guys anything specific, boom. So the idea that I'm going to do is, I'm not going to be really sorting these cards. Maybe I'll sort the foils and non-foils. And from there, I'll just figure out what I'm going to do. Because I don't really know. Honestly, maybe I'll do tokens too. Tokens are something I could get behind. The idea initially was that I'd have the cards to use, and then maybe basic lands as well. Okay, but I don't know that I want to use cards that I can't read, because I don't know every card in the set. I don't know every all the text on the cards, and sometimes the card text matters, like how it's worded and whatnot. But I really thought that I would, okay, these are some list cards here. So, I mean, yeah, for now. I don't really want to go through and sort cards right now. I kind of just want to get the rare and uncommon, or I'm sorry, rare and foils out of the stacks. And then I'll probably make another video if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff. I'll make another video about going through all of those. I mean, I have sorted them to an extent. You can see these cards right here. These are all sorted. These are all like the mystical archives. But I didn't pull any of the foils out, and I kind of wanted to get an idea of what foils I have. Alright, so the ideas that I had for topics today. Again, first starting off, I am not a financial advisor of any sort, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But the first topic that I was going to... Actually, you know what? We'll start with the Strixhaven box, because the other topics are kind of like, you know, they're not really for everyone. So if you guys are just interested in Magic, I'm just going to stick with Magic. So anyways, the first idea of going through and the first... wow, my brain is jumbled. 8 to 10 hours of sorting will mess your brain up completely, so this is going to be great. Hopefully good content. Maybe it'll be funny. I don't know. But I am getting to the end of my day here. About another... I'll probably only do this for about an hour, and then turn the video off, because past that I think I'll be fried, if I'm not already. But yeah, so first thought that I'm going to discuss or talk about today is opening the Strixhaven case. I'd opened a singular box previously, and honestly, it was okay. It was pretty fun, but it was kind of a cluster cluck. I'm gonna try not to swear. It was a cluster cluck. And I didn't know how the packs were oriented. I didn't know how they were laid out at all. I didn't know that the lesson cards were in the front, and that's what was messing everything all up. So honestly, the first like 20-30 minutes of the first box was me just being lost and confused. So I never actually published that box. But then I have, if you guys are familiar with the channel and you guys are not new here, I have released 5 of the 6 weeks of the opening so far. And so far, honestly, it's been pretty good. I don't know if you could tell, but the boxes were all opened at once, because I'm a fiend for opening boxes. I don't know that I could have waited 1 box every week. If I did it live like I wanted to do, I would have been forced to do it, which would have been cool, because then I would have been like super eager every week. But no, yeah, no, I had basically opened all, I think 5 or 6 of those within the day or two of each other. You can probably notice I'm wearing the same stuff in it. I did think, I did think about changing my shirt in between films, or filming of each box or each recording. But I was like, what the hell's the point? And I don't think people really give a crap. It's more about the journey and you know, the figuring out each box opening is its own journey. So that's why I released it in its own video. Plus, it also helped maintain content for, you know, I was able to have a bunch of videos that I could edit once a week, release them, because I still edit them. I actually started recently getting into editing, and so far it's going pretty well. I've found that I think I'm able to improve the quality of the sound pretty well. There's some boxes that I opened with my microphone setting. For some reason, I think I unplugged it and replugged it back in, and Windows put it at 100. And what it does is it caused it to peak a lot, because Windows is smart. So what I had to do for those videos is really kind of doctor them a bit. I don't even know if I'm going to release them. They're Flesh and Blood related. Their box openings, 2 of them were pretty good as far as like experience, but one of them was horrible. The Crucible box opening, horrible. It was one of the worst experiences I think I've ever had of opening a box. And not even just because of value, but partially because of my own ignorance. Just not really knowing what the heck I was opening, realistically. I thought Crucible was its own set, but it turns out it was a supplemental set, which I guess it means that there are reprints, but then also it's meant to kind of like fill in gaps for classes that didn't have enough cards or something along those lines. That's what they kept saying. They kept saying it was a supplemental set whenever I kept looking up information on it. So that's that. It was weird, but you know, it was that. That's what it was. But after opening the box, the value was horrible. I didn't really pull anything of great value at all. It was just like duplicate, and it could have been because I opened the boxes pretty close after I opened the previous 2 boxes. So I opened Monarch, I'm sorry, Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, then I opened Crucible, and it turned out that there were half the cards or more was duplicates of Welcome to Wraith and I don't know if it's Wraith or Wrath. We'll call it Wraith. Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising. So when I got to this Crucible box, I'm just like, wait a minute, these are these are all duplicates, and I was so super new into Flesh and Blood at the time, so needless to say, it wasn't a good experience overall. But you know, I learned. Whoop, I learned that after I learned that it was a supplemental box, I really had no. I had no qualms, I guess, with it. I would probably never buy another another box of it, to be quite honest. But it was still, it was an experience. I might not even ever release that video, to be honest. It was pretty negative and whatnot, but maybe it's still worth it just to kind of let people know what to expect when they go to open the box, because it's, or even go to purchase it. Maybe I can save people the disappointment that I experienced. So I kind of, all right, now I'm not gonna do any sorting. I'm just gonna pull out the rares and mythics and stuff, just so I have them in stacks. Rares and foils. So actually, I want to sort the foils and maybe use some of them for decks. But like I was saying, I don't know that the commons on commons, I have so many of them, I don't really know what to do with them. I guess I can sell them as bulk or something. Maybe I can just keep them in a box and just hold them for I don't know what. But the tokens are useful. I know what the tokens are based on their pictures, so at least I can use the tokens. I don't really need to know, you know, what they are as far as, I mean the power toughness is still normal numbers and whatnot. Yeah, so this will be the rare stack and then a foil stack. And I actually learned this tip, or this trick. Oh, what is all this? Okay, so I actually learned this tip from Rudy from Alpha Investments. Hopefully you guys like him. If you don't, that's fine. I think his content is interesting and I enjoy it. So there might be things that I reference from his channel, and I hope you guys can, if you don't like it, I hope you guys can just look past it, because I actually think he's pretty cool. He seems like a cool guy. I think there's some stuff that people hate him for, but realistically, I mean, the guy, I think he's a good guy overall. But anyways, so he taught me, or I learned something from his channel, that if you turn the pack upside down so that the symbols are to the left, if you're not a person that could like easily like sort like with your, I guess I could do that. I don't know. I agree that it's easier to take the symbols so that the rarity symbols are here, so you're able to kind of just blow through them and pull them out pretty quickly. So I don't know. That's just something I picked up from his channel. From his kind of inspiration of me doing what I'm doing now, from him, because I mean, you're already going to be doing the sorting the cards. Why not hang out with, you know, your friends, or I consider, I mean, honestly, I don't interact with you guys as much as I'd like to, but it's something that I just got to get better at, honestly. Just, you know, like, I guess I don't really know how to. I would like to do, like I said, I like to do more live stuff, because I feel like that would be the more interactable stuff. Just being able to just kind of hang out almost. But I need to get with Rob and figure out how we can do it, because as a manager, I cannot go live. I'd just be going live on really randomly whenever I wanted to, just kind of like surprise, spur of the moment. I might plan some stuff, but honestly, it would just be spur of the moment like this. I didn't plan to do this today, honestly. It was just kind of like a thing that I got the bug. Oh, I got the delivery from Amazon for the binders and the pages, so I think that's mainly why I did it. As far as like starting sorting, and I feel like at this point, I've got ADD pretty heavily. I've always had it when I was a kid, and if I start something and I don't finish it, it'll just sit there unfinished for a long time. So the idea is to kind of do this everything all at once, even though it's very mentally taxing. Honestly, I really shouldn't do it. These are Modern Horizons and Adventures of the Forgotten Realm. Okay, I want this whole box here. I want this all to be, I don't want anything in it but Strixhaven. So move all this stuff. Sorry about that. Yeah, so as far as the experience for this set goes, opening this box in Japanese, I'll start off with in Japanese. It was very interesting. I was a bit lost because I didn't really know what I was doing as far as like I couldn't read any of the cards, which sucked. I had already opened up I think one singular box of Strixhaven, but everything else has been in Japanese, and I could scan the card in and I could see it and I could read it if I wanted to look it up, but it just wasn't the same, honestly. I guess I did get 2 full sets of these art cards, which are pretty cool. So I'm very happy with that. 2 full sets plus like almost a 3rd set. So that was pretty awesome. It looks like I've already sorted. Like these are all foil? Yeah, these are all foil. So I might have already done the majority of the work. So it's just getting rid of these set boxes. These set boxes suck for storage. They're horrible. I'm so glad they got rid of them. Like this just dumb. Like you can't, if you put them like that, then there's like this weird gap. Yeah, there's like this weird gap here that like you can't like it. I mean, I guess it kind of works, but like it's all floppy and weird, and like you try to put boxes on top of each other and they start sliding and they're weird, and then you can't do it like that because then they're sideways. So in a store, I guess they look okay in a store. I don't know. I don't even know. They don't even. How are you supposed to store them? I don't even get it. But anyways, yeah, I hate those boxes. These boxes are horrible. I'm sorry if that's loud. So the idea is to put them in this, and then I've also got, although it looks like the shelf's bowing, I got one of those really cool cube storage thingies. Basically, it's like it holds, I think it's, what are they, 1,000? They're like those big long white tubes, 1,200 times 9. So quite a lot. Was it 10,800 cards or so? I think that's right. And it was like 50 bucks or 60 bucks on the old Amazon. It was cheaper than going. I tried going directly to the store, and it was just cheaper just to buy it from the. Oh, these are all. Wait, these are all sorted. I did sort them, didn't I? Did I sort all of them? Oh. Well, I sorted. Okay, so I didn't sort one box, but I sorted everything else. Well, so this is nice. So does that mean? Okay. Okay, so that means I can just kind of. Well, now I kind of want to sort that other stack because now it's all not sorted. No, I've done enough sorting today. This is kind of just a. Just take a stack and stick them in. I'll have a spot. I'll put like a divider or something, indicating that it's not sorted on that side. But I'm glad. I do remember sorting it now that I think about it, but I didn't know that I sorted it all by color. I knew I pulled the rarities out. Yeah, these are all like multicolored. And then I guess land. I'll pull the land out and put in my land box because I actually have a full box kind of dedicated to land, so I can do that for the basic lands at the very least. Okay, so this stack is all basic lands. Boom. These are all multicolored cards, so let me go grab a divider real quick. I've got these random dividers that I've kind of just gotten over time, just from stuff that I've bought, boxes and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of chuck this just to kind of let me know for myself what's not sorted. Although this is colorless. Is it only sorted by box? Is it not actually sorted? Or is this box just not? Now I'm confused. It's Wooburged, right? Is each box Wooburged and I just have to smash them together? Is that the case? White, blue, black, red, green. Yeah, so I Wooburged it. Oh, but now I just messed it up, I think. Now what did I do? Because if this is colorless, you know what? This is a. Is this not sorted at all? Oh no, this is all multicolored. I think I'm just gonna shove them in here for now, just because they are sorted, but I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with them first to figure out if it's worth sorting them anymore. I mean, there are some uncommons that are worth money, like expressive iterations. I think they're a couple bucks a piece, so that would be worth pulling apart and whatnot. I don't know, the foil lands maybe in bulk. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think these are all tokens. Well, I haven't sorted the tokens. Huh. Well, that's nice. Alright, I'll add these to the token box. So I guess that kind of leads into one of the other topics that I was talking about, storage ideas. So I guess I'll pull up real quick what the thing was called. I think I highly recommend it. It was pretty amazing. This is like a Beckett. No, not Beckett. Is not Beckett? Oh, it's called The Card House by BCW. Right now it's $70, but I mean I bought it for, I think it was 50 bucks. Yeah, 55 bucks, $60 with tax. I mean that's what I would recommend getting, but yeah, it holds 12 800 count boxes. So that's like what, 9600 then? But yeah, they're pretty cool. Highly recommend it if you have a lot of cards to sort through. It gives you 12 800 count boxes, and that's a lot of easy ways to sort it. Right now I have it sorted by Wooberg, multicolored, colorless, or no color, as my friend put, because he was helping me a little bit. And then tokens, lands, and I have 3 that aren't, 3 have cards that aren't sorted. Or at least 1 or 2 of them have cards that aren't sorted. I just kind of shoved them in there. I have so many cards. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Alright, so this box does not look sorted at all. It doesn't look sorted at all. Alright, so stuff to do. Alright, cool. These are cool. I just don't know how to read them. They're basically like Winchester draft and basically little formats of different things you can do with the packs. It's actually really, really fun. Winchester draft is super fun. It makes your deck horrible, but everybody's deck is pretty horrible. I mean, I guess it depends, but every time I've done the Winchester draft, I've felt like it's pretty bad. But, I mean, maybe I'm just not very good at it, or maybe I'm not going at it the right way. I tried to pick specific colors, but maybe a friend of mine was going to try something. He was going to try to pick the pack that has the most cards every time. I don't know if that's going to work, but there's all kinds of different ways you could do it. Another way he was doing it, so basically, I don't know if you guys know what Winchester draft is. Pretty simple. You take 6 packs. I think it's you can do it for, imagine you just add 3 packs per person. But yeah, so it's normally, we'll just say 3 packs per person. You open them all up. You don't look through them. You open them all up, and you lay them in 4 stack piles. So you shuffle them all up. You take all the tokens out, take the lands out, take any of the extra stuff out. You shuffle them up like this, just kind of like whatever. You just kind of shuffle them through, however many cards you have. Everybody can shuffle whatever, and then you stick them all in one big stack. And then you take and flip them over one by one, and you make 4 piles. So then you roll dice or determine whoever goes first, and then somebody grabs this. Boom. So then the next person, they flip over the 1 card to fill that gap, and then they continue, and they put cards there. And you're able to pick up 1 stack at a time. So then somebody would pick this stack, and then 1 card would go there, and then also one in every other pack. So each time you have different things you can do, and it kind of just goes around in a rotation. So if someone were to pick this, like I said, same as before, boom, 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 boom. And then that's kind of how that's called Winchester draft. Actually really, really fun. As far as strategy goes, I don't know. Normally I just kind of look at the stacks and go, do I want anything from the stack? And I just grab that stack. But the one friend, he tried to grab everything, whatever stack had the most cards, he tried that strategy. And that one, he didn't win, but he didn't, I guess he did lose if he didn't win. I didn't win either, my buddy won. But yeah, it was still fun. But he said that, I don't know if he said he's going to try something else. He's going to try, instead of grabbing the ones with the most packs, or the most cards, he's going to look for the one with the most creatures. And then I guess if that doesn't work, I guess he's going to look for the one with the most, maybe removal spells or something? I don't know. He's just trying different strategies because, I don't know, you never know until you try. So that's the, these are going to be, okay, these are all none sorted, right? None sorted? Unsorted. And like I warned you guys, I'm all over the place, alright? Like I said, I've been doing this for the last... I've been sorting other cards, you know, like I said, Flesh and Blood for the last... since 10 p.m. It is now 7 a.m. I did eat, I took breaks and stuff, but, woof! It taxes the brain, I tell you. So that's why I'm lazying this sorting here a little bit. I probably will go through and sort all this stuff. I just have to figure out what I plan to do with it. I should be taking the list cards out. I guess I'll do that now. That should be going in a different stack. But I've already put everything else over there. So this looks like a... Oh, look at that beautiful lightning bolt. I love it. So I have a lot of lighting down here, so it looks like it's just... These cameras are just kind of crap. Anyway, are you going to focus? There we go. Not too bad. These are the webcams, the C920s. They're all right. Yeah, this is already sorted as far as rares and stuff are going. The one thing I noticed, I actually kind of want to sort them or count them. I want to see how many rares and mythics that I got out of the 7 boxes, because they're all set boxes, and I have this. Well, it's not a theory; it is fact. That all of the set boxes, you just get so many rares. I actually think I want to keep all of the mystical archives out as well, which means that I'm gonna have to. Well, first of all, flip. Well, that's weird. I don't know if you guys can see, but like the coloring, the cutting on the bottom of these cards are all like rough, but on the other side they're not. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, so I know I put Mystical Archive cards in the very first stack. I'm just gonna grab those real quick. Or maybe I didn't? Didn't I? Okay. Maybe I didn't. Alright, well. Alright, so... I could pull out the list cards. I actually thought it was funny when I pulled this. I had literally, the day before I opened this box, I just bought a Young Pyromancer for a deck. And then I pulled one in a list. I mean, it's a cheap card. It's not like it's that big a deal. It's just one of those, like, ironic... Like, the odds of pulling a list card that you actually need, I think it's pretty low, honestly. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, sorry. That might... See, I don't know what kind of like thresholds and whatnot are set for this microphone. I know that I have if it's too low of a sound, it should cut it out. Like I have the dryer in the background and stuff like that. Hopefully, yeah, I do have music playing. It might be super low and not really the best quality coming through, but I can't sit in silence. I don't know how the hell Rudy does it. The way he does all of his videos, it's all just quiet and he just talks, and I can't sit in silence and talk to myself. I feel like I'd go insane. But yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna blow through these real quick to see if there's any more list cards. Might as well, since I'm here. See, I should really sit up straight. My back is gonna kill me tomorrow. The hunched over sorting cards, man. You gotta get good posture, or else it just kills your back. You can't just be all hunched over the whole time. Even though it kind of forces you to do it almost, just because of the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. I just got bad posture. But I'm gonna pay for it if I don't correct it. So need to kind of sit up straight, pull the shoulders back, and puff out the chest. Anyways, so as far as opening the case, like I was saying, kind of circling back, I I enjoyed it, but I do think I would have enjoyed it more if it was American packs instead. But I wanted to open the demonic tutor, and you'll have to see if I did open it by week 6. If you're following along with the Strixhaven case opening, it was fun though. It was really fun. The boxes were good. I can't complain about the boxes. Honestly, they were pretty good. What is this? Overall, I mean, I made money for sure. If I were to sell now, everything over $2, I would definitely make money. And that's pretty rare to be able to just open packs and make money. Like, I mean, some things are that way, but I'll tell you what. I guess we'll just circle right into Flesh and Blood box openings. If you're interested in playing the game itself is fantastic. It is a super fun game. I'm obsessed with it. I've bought thousands of dollars of product already. Because I'm insane. But some of it is investment, some of it is for pleasure, some of it's for, well, I guess those are the two main reasons. The first edition boxes, they're going to go up in value. They really will. They almost guaranteed, as long as the game doesn't die, it will go up in value. So, I bought 3 cases of the Tales of Aria, the new set that just came out. And I opened 1 case. I actually have a box chilling over here. I've opened, I think we've drafted 2 so far as a group of friends. I'm having them drafted and I just keep all the cards afterwards. But after, I have 1 more box here and then I have 2 more cases. I'm so tempted to buy more, and I know I'm going to kick myself in the ass if I don't buy more. I probably will buy like 2 or 3 more cases and then just have them in the closet. If you go look up, if you know nothing about the game, this is not financial advice. If you know nothing about the game, if you just go look up the history of every first edition box that they've ever printed, Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, Crucible, Monarch, they are all more than double when they first came out. And not only that, the first and second sets, the Arcane Rising and the Welcome to Wraith, they are going for $10,000 to $12,000 per singular box. So, I decided I'm loving the game. I don't really care too much about the cold foils. I want the legendaries, but I don't really care if they're cold foil that much. I do like them, but people kind of go a little insane over cold foil. Honestly, I don't get the price tag on. They're rare because you only get 1 per box. This cold foiling. So I guess it's a rarity thing. I don't know. I don't get it any other way. If it's not rarity, then I don't know what it is. Because like the look, it's not worth the price tag. But if you're interested in getting into Flesh and Blood, it is super cheap. Super cheap. You can go to TCG Player and you can buy foil unlimited, not cold foil, foil unlimited cards, and you can build a whole deck for 20 bucks. And it'll actually be a very good deck. You can upgrade that with a few cards and maybe go to 30 bucks, and it actually still, again, will be a good deck. It's actually insane how cheap the unlimited versions are of the cards. Now, of course, the equipment is another story. That's not quite so much. If you want the legendary equipment, they're anywhere between 30, 40, 50, 150. I don't know if they're more than that in unlimited, but I mean, the thing is you only do need 1. Truthfully, you only need 1 because it doesn't get shuffled into the deck. So unlike in Commander and Magic the Gathering, you actually will not need them more than 1 because you can put them in hard cases and you can kind of just use them in whatever deck you need to use them in. So you only need 1, which is a really cool thing. And I really do truthfully think that it can be done very cheaply. You can definitely. These are all uncommon. These are all multicolored. So it looks like every single multicolored card in this set is uncommon. Because every single card here, if it's multicolored, except like, well, hold on, these are not. I lied. These like 3 cards. They're like hybrid colored, but the rest of them are all uncommon. Anyways, yeah, Flesh and Blood. I highly recommend it if you're interested in doing it. Look up a deck or buy a Blitz deck. The Blitz decks are actually really, really cool. You can spend very little money and get into the game, and it's awesome. Okay, these are definitely all the rares and uncommon. I'm sorry, the rares. Yeah, these are the rest of the rares. So, and I guess these are all the mystical archives. Yeah, these are all the common mystical archives and everything. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna add these into that. So I'm gonna have to sort these out a little bit. So, all right. So then I'll do list cards. Then I'll do that. Really? All right. What is that? Goblin Chieftain. This isn't quite going as good as I want it to do. Maybe I'll try the friend way. Oh, this feels so weird. Oh, I can't do that. Well, you never know until you continue trying, I guess. I don't like it. I hate it. My left hand's retarded. I can't. I love this card, by the way. Look at that. Focus. Love it. I love dragons. Actually, put the full art. I think I pulled 2 of them. These are all upside down too. Yep. See what my friend did. He made me mess up everything. All right. Oh, actually, it was funny enough. I needed this guy as well for one of my decks, and I think I needed a Frostball Snarl as well. And then I knew I was gonna open a case. I think I actually did hold off on buying some cards because I knew that I was opening, you know, a freaking case of this. But you never know. But again, circling back to Flesh and Blood opening, the box opening is horrible. I wouldn't recommend buying a case or anything to get started. I would recommend, unless you really love opening packs of cards and you love burning money, or if you're feeling lucky, it's a huge gamble. Like in Magic, the expected value of most boxes are actually like pretty stable. Like you can get hosed on a box and you could, like, you know, spend $100 on a box and it maybe evaluates to like 50, 60 bucks, and that's a bad box. That's a really bad box on most boxes. In Flesh and Blood, the boxes are cheaper. You can spend, like, I don't know, we'll say we'll say on average 60 bucks a box, and there's 24 packs for the unlimited boxes. They're about 60 bucks a box. You can get them cheaper if you buy them in cases, which is 4 boxes in a case, and you can get a case of Monarch for about 170. So that's like a little bit over 40 bucks a box, which is a crazy good deal. I would recommend doing that. If you know that you really, really like the game and you're interested in playing, I would recommend getting a case of Monarch. If you can buy the rest of the cases cheaper, under 200 per box, maybe it's still worth it, but I had bought a triple pack of Unlimited. I think it was like $200, or it was a lot of money. It was more than I expected because of the Crucible was like 90 bucks, and it was just horrible value, absolutely horrible, and it made me hate it. But you know, it is what it is. But like I was saying, the boxes, they have swingy values. You can open a box and it's worth $10. Like literally, like it could be worth $10. I mean, I guess it's the same kind of percentage value or similar percentage value. The boxes are cheaper, so like the expected value is cheaper. But I did, in one of the cases of Monarch, I opened the Illusionist Footsteps. It's a legendary, which I think a legendary is like 1 in every 8 boxes. And I opened the legendary Footsteps, and those go for 140 for one. It's one of the equipments that are expensive. And yeah, if you can pull that every case, you'll be great. You'll pay for the entire case without a problem. But it's not likely, so I would not recommend it. But however, I will change that statement. If you plan to maybe draft the box, then I could see it being worth doing. Honestly, like, pretty easily. It's very fun to draft and play sealed, so I would definitely recommend it. Buying the case of the cheaper stuff. If you can get a good deal on it, it's definitely worth it. I 100% recommend it. Alright. So now we've got the Mystical Archive sorted. And then all of them will go in. Are any of these foil? Oh, we got one foil there. What's the kind of cool thing is I actually started learning the cards, which I'm pretty sure this is Victimize. So I started learning the cards based on their pictures, which is a pretty cool thing to learn, I guess. So that was fun. And I did, like I said, I did pull a lot of good stuff. Definitely, I think I pulled duplicates of these. I don't know where they would be in here, but I'm pretty sure I pulled duplicates of them. But if you go through the box opening, you can check. I think they were super fun and worth opening for sure. The Strixhaven boxes, they were by far $85 a box. I 100% made $200, $300, $400 somewhere around there, and that's only the cards that are worth more than, well, if I count the cards that are only worth $2 or more, which is basically what you want to do, because you're not going to want to waste your time selling anything else than $2 or more. It would probably be, it definitely would be breaking even for sure. Oh, I did put all the rest of the list cards in here. I'll have to go through here and sort this box later on. The one thing I did kind of thought was a bit strange, but then also kind of cool at the same time, the list cards are all in English. Which, I mean, I feel like it's a bit weird. I mean, this was a good pull. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Yeah, I thought it was a little strange that they were in English. But it makes sense, I guess. I don't know if every card on the list has ever been completely... What is there? I guess there's a Japanese in every set, so why are they... I don't know. Maybe they're just lazy. I feel like I would be pissed off a little bit if I opened an English box and I got a Japanese card, if it was from the list, because unless it was only ever printed in Japanese, then that'd be cool. But I mean, I'm buying an English box just as, like, if you're Japanese and you buy a Japanese box, to me, I would expect, you know, a, a Japanese box, all of them. So, yeah. I think these are already sorted. I don't have enough boxes. Well, maybe I do. Because I want to put these other boxes in here. Because I don't want to sort them just yet. Yeah, I got room in here. This is all flesh and blood stuff, but I can put stuff. Boom. So I use I guess a really cool tip. So packing foam. These are really, really cool. So if you ever use these boxes, I'm pointing to these boxes, you can actually use them as little stoppers so that they don't like flop around. If you don't have a full box, you can cut them down to size. And I don't know, I just kept a bunch of storage foam that I've had from a bunch of different products, and I have like a whole shelf of it, and I use that for stuff like this. Stuff to have. Kind of a hoarder thing, but not really. I don't really have a ton of crap all over the house or anything. Just I've got a shelf full of packing stuff. I also ship stuff, so if you never need to ship something, you have the foam. Boom. Why not? Why not keep it and reuse it? It's better for the environment. But yeah, cut them down to size, and you can keep like different sizes of them and use them in different sorting capacities whenever you add or remove cards. It works out pretty well, stuff like that. But I'm gonna put these foils in there as well. Boom. That'll be fine. And then tokens I'll leave out because I'll actually add those to the token bin. I'll put these back over here. Boom. Alright. Yeah, good tidbit, for sure. If you guys are, I mean, I'm already, what is this? 45 minutes in? Alright, another 15 more minutes, I think, and then I'm going to cut it off. I think at that point I'll just be rambling, but this is a good tip. I highly recommend it. It's one thing, like any kind of the foam, even like the little, there we go. Yeah, the little like angled ones. This still works. This still works no problem. It's about the same height as this, and you can just lay it out like that, and boom. It still stops the cards from flopping all around, and like I said, different lengths and different sizes for all your sorting card needs. But yeah. So, oh, actually, a really cool thing that I had, a buddy of mine was, he had bought, for whatever reason, Kaldheim, and he was selling all of his expensive cards to a card shop, and he had 2 boxes of commons, uncommons, unsorted and everything, and, I was asking him, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just buy those from you? Because why not, you know? I ended up getting 2 boxes. I think I spent, it was only $10 for the 2 commons, uncommons, because it's bulk, you know? I don't think there's really anything worth money in them, but yeah, so $10, and then I bought a couple of other cards for whatever the TCG buy price was. So I ended up getting a pretty good deal on. I got the friend deal on some Kaldheim boxes, and I was able to add them to my collection because I never bought anything from Kaldheim. I don't think these have. I think I already pulled the rares out because none of those. There was not a rare in any of single one of those. But I actually will be going through all of these and color sorting them. I've got this really nifty card sorter thing. It's pretty cool. I'll have to see if it's fast or not. It basically, if you just go on Amazon and type in card sorting tray, it's like $20. It's pretty good value as far as like cost wise. I would expect it to be worth more. I feel like you would charge a lot to ship it alone. It did get dinged in shipping, but I don't know. It was definitely it was definitely cheap to make. It's like really cheap thin plastic, but it does the job. And for $20 it was pretty cool. I've used it a couple times for when I'm sorting colors or when I'm sorting by class or specific cards in like in Flesh and Blood. There's different pitch values. There's red, yellow, and blue. So then there's like, what is there, 2, 4, 6, I think there's 6 or 8. I guess it'd be 8 because there's 3, 3, and then 2. So then what I do is I do all the reds in the first row, all the yellows in the second row, all the blues in the third row, and then there's the 2 other rows, and I basically start just kind of throwing the overflow into those 2 rows. I don't know, works out pretty well. But I will say, I'm not sure if that's the best way to sort. I find that, like, if I'm sorting Magic, what I used to do is I'll take all the green, I'll like cycle through and I'll go green, green, looking for green, and go like that, boom, green. And then I'll take all the green by the end of it. Not I don't normally drop cards, but I'll take all the green by the end of it, and then I'll go, okay, well, these are all the green, boom, and I'll have a green pile. And then I'll go through that and do that a bunch of times. And I don't know how fast it is compared to just going, like, individually going, I'll have to, like, time myself or something. I have no idea. If you guys have any sorting techniques for, like, getting through mass stacks of stuff, let me know in the comments. Because I have no idea. I've tried a bunch of different stuff. I do think the color thing kind of works. This card sorting tray, it works pretty good in Magic, I will say that. But when you're starting to get down to, if you want to sort it by, like, the name of the card, then it gets annoying because you're putting, in the very first time you're going through the stack, you're putting 1 card in every slot. But then you have to know, you have to kind of like look at a card and then find its slot. And I feel like that amount of time it takes to find the slot might not be quicker than just going through a stack and kind of like, I don't know. I'd have to time myself and figure out which is the most efficient way to sort. Because quite frankly, I don't have an exact science to it, I guess you'd call it. But one thing I thought about doing, I initially was going to throw out all these boxes, but what I think I might do, I think I might keep 1 box of everything that I open and create, like, I don't know, they have like these pretty decent arts on it. So maybe I'll create on like a bookshelf upstairs behind my my computer, instead of just leaving a bunch of crap on it. Maybe I'll make like a wall of product of these cool arts, because they all have, the top of them have pretty good arts. Except for the set boxes. The set boxes kind of ruin that. Because like I said, the top of them are just boring. They're just that. So then you'd want to get like whatever this part of it is, but then trying to display that gets smashed by that, or blocked by that. So I guess you'd have to try to like display it like this, which I guess is okay, but then it looks kind of weird. Yeah, these set boxes was a horrible idea. The way they have it laid out, horrible. Great Merchant of Asphodel. He's an awesome card. Yeah, he's badass. Is that a list card? It is. He actually is in one of my mono black commander decks. My only mono black commander deck, Crick. He's a good card. Crick's a really good commander. He's kind of, I feel like he's almost cheating. He seems super consistent. However, one of the biggest things that stop him is just killing him. My friends, they don't like playing against the deck, but I told them, I said, if you kill Crick, I just lose all steam. He has to survive. If he doesn't survive, everything the deck is designed to do doesn't really function that well. So I'm like, just kill Crick, and it's no problem. He doesn't have protection. He doesn't have any kind of anything like that. So I'm like, just kill Crick. It's easy. It's always easier said than done, right? But it is a very cool commander deck. I think it's a competitive commander deck at one point, or like if you spend a lot of money, you can make it competitive. I'm not interested in competitive Magic as far as commander is concerned, because I mean you'd be spending thousands of dollars on a deck. I actually think this one's not that expensive depending on how deep you go, but I really don't really have any interest in it. I think I already pulled out all the rares and mythics out of these random boxes that I opened a while ago. I think I might have been smart enough to do that when I initially opened the box, so that was good. All right, let's talk about one more topic before I wrap it up, because I don't like nobody ever comes down this far into the video, so. Talked about that. Okay, the last one. This one again. I'm not a financial advisor of any sorts. I have no. I'm just gonna share my experience. So recently, over the past couple months, I've been delving into the crypto world. Well, I should say last year or two, maybe even two. We'll say 2 years. So I've been mining Ethereum. I have 4 computers mining Ethereum. I had initially started mining with the cards that I just had. I had gaming cards already because I'm a gamer, so I had 3 graphics cards already. So I figured, why not mine with them? I did end up buying 3 more additional graphics cards, 3070s to mine with. And so far I've mined about 1.5. Hey, a random rare. So maybe I didn't, or maybe I just missed one. But anyways, so I've mined over 1.25 Ethereum over the past I don't know, we'll say a year. Maybe it's been a little longer than a year. We'll say about a year. So 1.25 Ethereum, not bad, considering Ethereum is going for about 3,500 right now. Now it's been as high as 4,000 and as low as like 1,000 something in the past 6 months. So it has been all over the place. Crypto right now is very sporadic. Like for some reason Shiba Inu is up like 300 and something % in the last 24 hours well, we'll say the last 3 days, the last week we'll say. It's up like 300%, and I was already putting money into it via Coinbase, because it's one of those things where it's so cheap that investing really any amount of money, if it ever goes to like even 1 cent, it's just insane returns. I don't ever think it will. Right now, the fact that it's up 300% and it's still 0.0000, I think it's 503. It's like not even, it's like mega fractions of a cent. I don't actually foresee it being ever going to 1 penny, but by design it's not ever intended to, technically. By design it was something like 7 trillion or 6 trillion coins were ever made by design, and then they burned half of it, or maybe it was 10 trillion or 10 billion, something like that. There's some large number that they cut it in half, because most of the money was, or most of the coins was sent to some guy, I think to the guy that owned Ethereum or started Ethereum, and he burned it all. I guess, to make maybe the money worth more, because it was like too much of it is not good. So you burn it and then it's worth more. The more you have, the more of the coin, the less it's worth. So when there's less of them, it's worth more. Mush brain, sorry. But yeah, so I did invest a couple $100 into Shiba Inu before it even skyrocketed. So I'm looking at the money going up and up and up, and the value of it, and I'm just like thinking, when the hell do you sell this stuff? I mean, if I were to sell it right now, I would almost triple my money. And you could say, yeah, that's great. I mean, very rarely anything you could triple your money, especially within a week. So a lot of people probably are like, what are you doing? Sell it. I am also thinking that also, like, yes. I think my hesitation comes from, first of all, being inexperienced. I have no idea. I worry about, there's the fear of missing out of if it ever goes to a penny. Because if it goes to a penny, that puts me at like, what, $250,000? Because I own like 25 million coins. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, if I sell now and if it just keeps going up, I just lose that much money, you know, like 200,000, 250,000. I mean, the odds of it ever going to 1 penny, I think, are slim or almost zero. But I know the way I see it, if you're in a scenario where you have a little bit of a disposable income, I mean, $20, $30, $50 could net you quite a lot of money. If it does go up that high, I don't think it will, but you never know. So that's the thought process that I'm in right now. So a weird situation, but I do understand what crypto is, all that kind of stuff. I know how to mine it, obviously. I'm in it. I do believe in it. So that's another reason why I don't want to buy it, is because if you believe in something, it's kind of almost like you have to believe that it's going to continue to go up. And it should go up because it's becoming more and more acceptable as a currency, and it's being accepted in many more places now. Coinbase just accepted it, and then there's like I think there's like a bunch more stores that started accepting it. And then there's word on the street. I don't know where the hell this is from. This is from some random article that I read that you're actually going to be able to use it on Amazon. That could be why it's up 300% or something, because of that kind of word on the street. There was also some guy that bought like, I think it was something like 3 trillion. He bought like a ton of a coin, and if he ever decided to drop all of that, he would probably just destroy the market. I mean, I guess it's weird because it makes sense that anybody could take like $1,000 or $2,000 and you can get like a ton of coins because they're worth so little. It's just a risk, obviously. Same thing with stocks, though. I mean, I don't know. It's the same as playing the stock market. It's crazy. Cryptocurrency is crazy, especially now. But anyways, I think I'm done sorting cards. My brain's fried. I'm tired. I still have a couple more boxes that I got to sort through. What I might do is I might actually, this is kind of like the boring part of like the card sorting. I do want to go through all the common uncommons and sort them by color and by rarity, and then get them back in the boxes and figure out what I'm going to do with them once I figure that out. But I do have some Modern Horizons, and then I have all the rares, the mythics, the mystical archives, the Japanese variant mystical archives of these 2 boxes. I think this will be another video. I still have another Ikoria box here, and I don't remember if this one's been sorted through. The problem is I don't have a place to put these cards here. I think. So oh, this is already sorted. Okay, so these are all the foils. See, I did some sorting. So does that mean these are all the rares? No, these are all the foils still. Are they all the foil? These are all foil? There's so many foil here. Wow, I only opened up 1 box. Or 2 boxes? There's a lot of foil. Are there the rares in here? The list cards are in here. No. Well, yes. Interesting. Yeah, these are all unsorted. Well, they're unsorted as far as like they're sort of sorted. All the foils are pulled out. Anyways, yeah, I'll do these later. I got a lot of the cards into the box, and at this point I'm tapped out. My brain's fried. I just need to get to sleep. Anyways, let me know if you guys enjoyed this. If you guys stayed to the end, great. Me personally, I love this kind of content. I like having things on in the background of when I'm doing this kind of stuff, sorting through cards. I listen to Team Covenant, Alpha Investments, who else? Jake and Joel Are Magic, another good YouTube channel. They're much larger than we are, but these are all good content creators that I've come across. Bad Boy MTG, he's pretty funny. He's actually local to me. I could easily drive 20-30 minutes over and probably meet the guy, which is pretty cool. I might do that one day, as I think it'd be pretty cool once everything starts calming down, which it is for the most part, I guess. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys watched to the end. Put like hashtag SporeWebWeaver. That'll be the if anybody has watched to the end, that would be very surprising. All right, well, thanks everyone. Thanks for sharing your time with me and hanging out, and see you next time.